Okay, this is going to be a day 31 summary. Day 31. So, yep. Okay, all right, so I have to report a new interesting phenomenon. It's actually, I don't know, I'm going to call it like rolling sleep deprivation, where it kind of sneaks up on you, the sneak attack, okay? Because, when you first wake up, within the first 5 minutes, you can pretty much tell what kind of sleep phase you're looking at, what it's going to be like, okay? And so, um, yeah, and I actually started that sleep phase. I did a day 30 um, summary, which you can see, and, I was feeling great and everything. And then it sort of rolled into a um, sleep deprivation where I felt great, but then all of a sudden it kind of like snuck right into a sleep deprivation. So I'm actually trying to remember what happened in actuality. I mean, I have recorded a 2.5 hour oversleep. I'm trying to remember the circumstances. It's just like I caved in. I just gave up. I mean, it doesn't make much sense to me. But I know that that's what happened. And I know that it kind of snuck up on me, and I didn't want to fight back, which that's just bizarre. Okay. Um, but okay, that what I have to do, I have to have increased vigilance, especially in the 3 a.m. phase where I am right now. Okay, I have to have increased vigilance, watching the entire phase for it to switch into where a security supplemental is required. Okay, and standing up and all of those other things, because it can sneak up on me in the middle of a phase. Okay, it can switch up on me where I think I have a good phase, it's all good, and then boom, sneaks up, and I need to take action in that time. So whatever happens, I can't allow myself to be in a position of weakness to the point to where I don't want to fight when it comes up. I mean, that's just completely unacceptable. So most certainly whatever I was doing at the time was not very productive, whatever it happened to have been. um, don't exactly remember, but obviously can't allow that to happen. 7 a.m. phase was fine. In the 11 a.m. phase, I had a vivid REM dream with polyphasic euphoria. 3 p.m. phase was fine. No sleep there. But bizarrely enough, I had a no sleep in the 7 p.m. phase and in the 11 p.m. phase. There is something that's going on in my daily life, something that new that occurred in that 7 p.m. phase and continued into the 11 p.m. phase that I was kind of like new and exciting, and I spent like the whole phase engaged in it, that activity, and so I think that's had an effect um, on my sleeping. Which, okay, there's no problem. I mean, I don't think that these no sleeps are going to amount to anything. The Uberman is perfectly balanced. Okay, so it's gonna balance itself out. And I don't expect to see these no sleeps appearing again. I mean, or anything like that. I think it's just like a bump in the road. So, but anyway, not a very good day 31. Not what I wanted, not what I needed, not what I expected. Um, it is going to be a lessening of overall sleep that was taken from the last week and a half or whatever. I mean, it's still less sleep, less oversleep, more success, but not obviously not the way that we wanted it to go. I mean, obviously, what I should have done was respond properly to a sneak attack on the sleep deprivation and overcame that, and then you know obviously that's exactly what I needed, because then day 32 would have been like the day to see exactly where things are. As it is, I'm gonna have to go through another 24 hours to really get in a position to see where I'm at. Right now it's 3 a.m. phase, and right now I feel great. I mean, even though I had two no sleeps in a row, I shouldn't be feeling great, but that does happen. I mean, if you look at people who bent the rules, there's this one guy, I couldn't even believe it. The guy went through his first week of adaptation, and he started just like skipping naps because he felt so good. And he kept doing that. I mean, I couldn't even believe he was doing that. It just didn't make, I mean, I was aghast. But he was able to do it for an extended period of just skipping sleeps because he felt great. And he's decided he was going to go to sleep whenever he felt like it. Okay. And he ended up crashing big time, of course. Okay, is what ended up happening. He ended up stopping the polyphasic sleeping entirely. He was so in control and in charge, and everything was working so well for him, and he just wrecked it. I even wrote him a letter about it. I don't know if he ever got it or anything, but I wrote him a letter saying, you it's like people that win the lottery, they win $1 million or whatever, and then it just destroys their lives. It's like this guy went through his first week of adaptation with Uberman. Most people don't even get that far, okay? And he just like threw it all away. I mean, it was very entertaining. I was able to learn a lot of stuff from his log and everything, but it's a total shame. I mean, it's like disaster. Crash and burn. I mean, why? You know, I just couldn't even believe it. I mean, the Uberman's sleep schedule is so valuable. I mean, it's such a valuable thing, and he just like threw it away like it was. I couldn't just. It blew my mind. So anyway, I've got to be focused here on day 32. Okay, obviously I've got to make it an awesome day 32. Okay, the number one thing is that the mind has chosen the 3 a.m. phase to get its sleep. Okay, and I have, if there's gonna be something happening, I understand where this phase would pretty much be it. Had 2 no sleeps in a row prior to this. Okay, this 3 a.m. phase is normally the time that the mind gets its sleep, attempts to do so. So, I mean, I would expect that there would be some kind of sneak attack coming. Okay, I don't feel it. I feel great. All right, and like at this point, I'm not going to allow myself to be lulled in a false sense of security because I know there can be a sneak attack coming. Okay, so I will be vigilant, especially for this whole phase because this is a deadly time and it's a time where I need to shine and I need to have a perfect day 32. I mean, absolutely, without a doubt, a perfect day 32, and then that should lead to a very productive day 33. All right, so I'm definitely on it, and definitely keep you updated. If there's any need for any security supplementals, I'll be right on that as well. Okay, we're just going to pound this thing into the ground and come out on the other side, adapted. That's how it's going to work. Otherwise, if you don't hear from me anymore, the next summary will be a day 33 summary. And once again, I'm looking forward to reporting a perfect day 32. So talk to you.